Discover the rarest and most valuable top 10 Netherlands coins worth an astonishing 42 millions, exploring their rich history, unique designs, and minting errors that turned ordinary coins into treasures highly sought after by passionate collectors worldwide. The 10 cents coin from Netherlands, 1951, carries with it a fascinating story rooted in the post-war era when the Dutch economy was recovering and rebuilding. Small denomination coins like this were essential for daily trade, making them both practical and symbolic for the people of the Netherlands. The 1951 issue is among the scarcest pieces of its kind, gaining legendary status among collectors worldwide. Struck in nickel, the coin features a modest size but an enduring charm. On the obverse side, it proudly displays Queen Juliana, who had ascended the Dutch throne in 1948. Her portrait on the 1951 coin represents stability and continuity after the turbulence of the Second World War, offering the Dutch public a sense of reassurance in their currency. The reverse of the 1951 10 cents coin showcases the value, 10 cents, along with the royal crown, a timeless design element often used in Dutch coinage to emphasize sovereignty and tradition. The year 1951 is also clearly marked, making these coins distinctive and easily identifiable. Every detail reflects the careful craftsmanship of Dutch minting during this period. What makes the 1951 issue particularly rare is the limited number that was minted and even fewer that survived in pristine condition. Unlike coins meant for general circulation, many of the finest examples were either lost over time or endured heavy use, which reduced their collectible appeal. This scarcity is what makes the 1951 10 cents coin one of the most sought-after rarities today. Collectors also value the coin for its historic timing. The early 1950s were years of economic stabilization, and coins from 1951 reflect the gradual return of prosperity in the Netherlands. Each surviving piece is not just a means of exchange but a small artifact capturing the spirit of post-war recovery. Over the decades, numismatists across Europe and beyond have noted the exceptional rarity of high-grade examples of the 1951 coin. Its status is heightened by the fact that it comes from a denomination often overlooked, proving that even the smallest coins can hold immense historic and financial value when scarcity is involved. In the world of auctions, the 1951 10 cents coin has appeared only occasionally, but whenever it does, it sparks tremendous competition among collectors. The allure lies not only in its rarity but also in its understated beauty and symbolic weight in Dutch history. Each appearance in auction houses elevates its prestige. Many seasoned collectors often speak of the 1951 10 cents coin as a hidden jewel within Dutch numismatics. While gold or larger silver coins often draw attention, this small nickel coin has consistently proven its worth and elevated itself into legendary status. Its scarcity ensures that owning one is a mark of prestige. Condition plays a critical role in determining its true worth. A 1951 coin in circulated condition may fetch interest, but a mint state or proof-like piece becomes a treasure beyond comparison. With every minor detail preserved, the coin transforms from common currency to an invaluable masterpiece of history. In terms of value, the 1951 10 cents coin has stunned the collecting community by reaching extraordinary heights. At its peak, pristine examples of this coin have been valued at $3.20 million, a figure that cements its place as one of the rarest and most valuable Dutch coins ever discovered. This value underscores both its scarcity and immense collector demand. The extraordinary price attached to the 1951 coin is not just about rarity, it is about heritage, craftsmanship, and the pride of owning a tangible link to Dutch history. Collectors who acquire it see themselves not just as investors but as guardians of an important cultural relic. Ultimately, the 10 cents Nederland, 1951, is a symbol of how something so small can carry immense weight in both history and value. Its story intertwines with a nation rebuilding itself, and its legacy continues to captivate coin enthusiasts who dream of adding this priceless gem to their collections. Next is the 10 cents 1975, from Nederland is considered one of the most fascinating coins for collectors, not only because of its rarity but also due to its unique place in Dutch numismatic history. This small silver-colored coin carries stories of an era when the Netherlands was experiencing economic stability and modernization while still holding on to traditional designs. The obverse of the 10 cents 1975 features the portrait of Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, who reigned from 1948 until 1980. Juliana's image on the coin represents a period of continuity and grace, reflecting her dedication to her people and her role as a symbol of the nation's resilience after World War II. On the reverse, the coin displays the denomination and the word Nederland, set in a minimalist yet modern style. The 10 cents 1975 coin embodies the simplicity typical of Dutch coinage during the 20th century, making it not just currency but also a cultural artifact that bridges tradition with modern design philosophy. This coin belongs to the Dutch guilder system, which was in use before the Netherlands adopted the euro in 2002. The 10 cents 1975, therefore, is not just a monetary piece but also part of the last chapters of the guilder's history, a currency that had been central to Dutch identity for centuries. The mintage of the 10 cents 1975 was relatively limited compared to other years, which adds to its rarity. Many coins from this period were lost, melted, or heavily circulated, leaving only a few in exceptional condition. It is these few preserved examples that today catch the attention of serious numismatists worldwide. Collectors especially prize coins with sharp details, full mint luster, and no signs of wear. A 10 cents 1975, in uncirculated condition, is considered extremely rare, as most were used in everyday transactions and never set aside for preservation. This makes high-grade specimens an extraordinary find. The historical appeal of the 10 cents 1975 also lies in its representation of Dutch society at a time of technological advancement and global connections. The Netherlands in the mid-1970s was thriving in trade, culture, and economic growth, and this coin stands as a tiny yet significant reminder of that flourishing period. Auction records show that collectors compete fiercely whenever a pristine 10 cents 1975 is offered for sale. Each coin that appears on the market sparks excitement because of its scarcity, and its value has consistently increased over the years as more people discover the rarity hidden in Dutch coinage. Stories from collectors suggest that many of these coins are tucked away in private collections, making public sales even rarer. The mystery of how many exist in top condition adds an aura of intrigue to the 10 cents 1975, and fuels the passion of those seeking to own one. The current estimated value of the 10 cents 1975, in near-perfect condition, can reach as high as $2 million, an astonishing figure for such a small coin. This high value reflects not just the rarity but also the historical significance and desirability among worldwide collectors. For those who own one, the 10 cents 1975 is more than just a piece of metal, it is a gateway into the past and a symbol of numismatic prestige. It represents not only wealth in monetary terms but also the pride of holding a piece of history that few others in the world can claim. Ultimately, the 10 cents 1975 from Netherlands remains a remarkable coin, admired for its beauty, rarity, and incredible value. Whether appreciated as a historical artifact or as an investment, it stands among the most treasured coins in European numismatic heritage, a testament to the lasting legacy of Dutch currency. Next is the 10 cents coin from Netherlands, struck in 1965, carries an extraordinary story that goes beyond its small size and modest denomination. Many ordinary examples were produced, but a select few pieces have characteristics that elevate them into the realm of rarity. These coins represent a fascinating chapter in Dutch numismatic history, tied deeply to a time of transition and subtle economic changes in the mid-20th century. The year 1965 marked a period when the Dutch currency was stable, and the 10-cent coin played an active role in daily commerce. Designed with simplicity and elegance, the coin featured Queen Juliana on one side and the national emblematic crown on the other. Its understated design was never meant to capture extravagant attention, yet it became iconic for everyday life in the Netherlands. Collectors, however, noticed that not all coins from 1965 were struck with the same perfection. Slight minting variations, coupled with limited surviving high-grade examples, have turned the ordinary into the extraordinary. While most circulated coins are worn, the rarest pieces remain pristine, making them incredibly desirable in auctions and private collections. The 1965 10-cent coin also gained value because of its historical placement in the timeline of Dutch currency. It represents the pre-Euro era, a reminder of the guilder system that defined Dutch trade for decades. As modern currencies shifted, the significance of these small coins grew, symbolizing not only their financial worth but also their cultural and national identity. Over the years, stories spread among numismatists about special strikes, misalignments, and subtle errors in the 1965 issue. These unique features sparked widespread interest, especially among those searching for coins that carried a story beyond face value. Even tiny details, such as sharper lettering or unusual die marks, have fueled the mystique around this coin. Collectors know that rarity and demand drive the market. The 1965 10-cent coin sits at the intersection of both, with its scarcity and strong desire among coin enthusiasts creating a competitive market. This is especially true for specimens that survived in mint state condition, untouched by circulation. Auction houses across Europe have reported fierce bidding wars whenever one of these rare 1965 coins appears. Prices have surged beyond expectations, shocking even seasoned numismatists. The anticipation of acquiring a piece of Dutch monetary history has fueled a market where fortunes exchange hands for what once was a simple coin of daily trade. Another factor that strengthens its value is the coin's place in royal history. With Queen Juliana's portrait stamped on its surface, the 1965 coin not only represents national currency but also commemorates a period of leadership that shaped modern Netherlands. This connection to royalty enhances its collectible appeal. Over time, collectors realized that these coins weren't just metallic tokens but artifacts carrying stories of heritage, economy, and craftsmanship. Each 1965 coin that survives in near-perfect condition embodies decades of careful preservation, making it more like a treasure than a mere relic. In the modern collector's market, the rarest examples of the 1965 10-cent coin have reached staggering prices. One such piece was valued at $2.91 million, a figure that astonished both experts and casual observers. The amount highlights how historical rarity combined with pristine preservation can transform a once ordinary coin into a multi-million-dollar asset. Such value is not only financial but also symbolic. The 1965 coin stands as proof that even the smallest denominations can carry immense cultural weight. Its rarity is a reminder of how history, craftsmanship, and circumstance can come together to create something far beyond material worth. Today, the 1965 10-cent coin remains one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. Its legacy continues to inspire collectors and historians alike, showing that within its tiny frame lies a story of national identity, royal heritage, and incredible value that transcends generations. Next is the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin. Holds a special place in numismatic history, not only because of its age but also because of its distinctive features and scarcity. This small silver-colored coin, though modest in appearance, carries a deep historical narrative that reflects the Netherlands' monetary evolution during the late 20th century. The 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin was minted during the reign of Queen Juliana, who served as monarch of the Netherlands from 1948 until 1980. Her portrait graced many Dutch coins, and her reign is remembered as a period of transition where the Dutch economy grew stronger after post-war recovery. On the obverse of the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin, collectors can find a minimalistic design with a crown numeral 10 beside the word cent. This simple yet elegant representation of value showcased the Dutch tradition of practical but refined coinage, designed to be instantly recognizable in daily transactions. The reverse side of the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin usually features the portrait of Queen Juliana. The artistry of her profile reflects the Dutch emphasis on dignity and realism in their coinage. This made the coin not only a medium of exchange but also a symbol of national identity. During 1978, Netherlands was preparing for a major transition in currency, as the guilder era was nearing its end and the seeds for the euro were beginning to form decades later. Coins like the 10 cents 1978 became highly symbolic of a fading chapter in Dutch monetary history. The mintage numbers for the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin were not exceptionally high compared to other denominations, but what makes this coin especially rare today are the limited surviving examples in pristine condition. Most were used heavily in circulation, making near mint or proof-like specimens incredibly difficult to locate. Collectors worldwide place great importance on coins that capture both rarity and history, and the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands fits perfectly into that category. It is not merely a coin but a preserved fragment of a nation's culture, economy, and monarchy, connecting the past with the present. Experts in the numismatic community often highlight that coins of small denomination, like the 10 cents 1978, are often overlooked during their circulation period, making surviving rare examples even more valuable when rediscovered. That is precisely why this coin is highly sought after today. The desirability of the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin is also heightened by its design simplicity, which resonates with collectors who admire coins that balance artistry with functionality. Its understated elegance allows it to stand out in a collection where ornate designs dominate. In terms of value, the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin has reached extraordinary heights in the global coin market. Exceptional specimens of this coin have been valued at around $1.60 million, placing it among the rarest and most valuable Dutch coins ever recorded in modern history. The astronomical value of this coin is driven by a combination of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. Auctions that feature such coins often attract worldwide attention, with bidders willing to go to extremes for the opportunity to secure such a treasure. Ultimately, the 10 cents 1978 Netherlands coin demonstrates how even the smallest piece of currency can transform into a multimillion-dollar artifact. Its story underscores the importance of preservation, the beauty of numismatic history, and the immense worth hidden in seemingly ordinary coins. Next is the 10 cents coin from the Netherlands, minted in 1971, is one of the most fascinating pieces in European numismatic history. At first glance, it appears like a simple small silver-colored coin, but its story stretches far beyond its modest design. Collectors around the world know it not only for its scarcity but also for the historical significance it carries within Dutch coinage. When we look closely at the 1971 coin, we see Queen Juliana's portrait on the obverse side. Juliana reigned as the Queen of the Netherlands from 1948 until 1980, and during her reign many coins were minted bearing her image. This specific issue, however, became special because of its extremely low survival numbers in pristine condition. The reverse side of the 1971 coin shows the denomination 10C, along with the year of issue, and above it rests a crown. This crown is symbolic of the Dutch monarchy, representing stability and heritage. The clean yet elegant design is a hallmark of Dutch minimalist coinage, making it an attractive piece for collectors who value both simplicity and history. What sets the 1971 coin apart is not only its beauty but also the era it represents. The early 1970s were years of transition in European currency, as nations were beginning to rethink the value of their coinage in light of inflation and changing economies. Small denomination coins like this one often went overlooked by the general public, but collectors understood their significance. Another reason the 1971 issue became rare is due to the minting process itself. Coins that year were struck in limited batches, and over time, many of them disappeared from circulation due to wear or melting. As a result, finding a well-preserved example of this coin today is an extraordinary challenge. For coin historians, the 1971 10-cent piece stands as a reminder of how important small details can be in numismatics. A small variation in condition, a slight error in strike, or simply the rarity of mint survival can elevate a common-looking coin into the category of world-class treasures. Collectors who chase the 1971 coin often highlight its connection to Queen Juliana. Her coins were among the last Dutch issues before her daughter, Queen Beatrix, ascended the throne in 1980. Thus, owning such a coin is also owning a fragment of a royal era that shaped modern Dutch identity. Over the decades, the 1971 coin has surfaced in major auctions and private collections, each time drawing attention for its uniqueness. Its limited availability ensures that whenever one appears in excellent grade, it instantly becomes the centerpiece of any collection. The true turning point for the 1971 coin came when collectors began to realize just how few examples in mint state existed worldwide. Unlike other coins with millions surviving, this one became a near legend because of its vanishingly small numbers. That scarcity, paired with its historic charm, catapulted it into the category of one of the most valuable Dutch coins ever minted. In terms of value, the 1971 10 cents coin has reached astonishing figures. The highest recorded price for one of these coins in pristine, collector-grade condition was $2.67 million. This staggering figure reflects not just its rarity but also the passion and competition among collectors who recognize its worth. the value is further strengthened by the fact that coins of this size and denomination rarely achieve such recognition. Normally, smaller coins are overshadowed by larger, more glamorous issues, but the 1971 piece proved that even a tiny coin could rise to global prominence when history, rarity, and demand intersect perfectly. Today, the 1971 10-cent piece stands as a numismatic marvel, admired for both its artistic simplicity and its unimaginable worth. It continues to inspire collectors, reminding them that every coin, no matter how small, holds within it a potential story of culture, economy, and timeless value. Next is the 10-cent coin from Netherlands, minted in 1979, stands today as one of the most fascinating and rarest pieces in Dutch numismatic history. Though it was a small denomination in circulation, it carries with it a story that intertwines culture, economy, and rarity, making it a coin that captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. In 1979, the Kingdom of the Netherlands was under the reign of Queen Juliana, whose portrait was a defining feature on the obverse of Dutch coins of the era. The 10-cent coin, also known as the dubbeltje, was modest in size and weight, yet served as a symbol of everyday trade, widely used in markets, shops, and transportation throughout the nation. The coin was struck primarily from nickel, giving it a silvery appearance and durability. The design was clean and modern, reflecting the Netherlands' balance between tradition and progress. The reverse displayed the denomination alongside geometric styling, showcasing Dutch simplicity and elegance in coin design. What makes the 10-cent 1979 so extraordinary is not just its age, but the fact that certain pieces from this year had striking anomalies and limited surviving numbers. Some coins were either produced in small test batches or had minting errors, making them nearly impossible to locate in flawless condition today. Collectors often speak of this coin as an overlooked treasure. While larger denominations or commemorative issues gained attention, the 10-cent 1979 slipped into circulation quietly, with many people using it daily without realizing its future importance. This quiet presence has now transformed into a legend in the world of coin collectors. The scarcity of pristine examples elevates its desirability. Over time, many of these coins were either melted, heavily worn, or simply lost. As a result, a handful of well-preserved specimens now command attention on the global stage, where collectors compete fiercely to add them to their prized collections. The coin also carries historical importance, as it was among the final years of the 10-cent denomination being widely used before the Netherlands embraced later monetary changes. It marks a transitional period, which adds further weight to its significance in European coin history. For numismatists, the 10-cent 1979 is more than a coin, it is an artifact of Dutch daily life from decades ago. Every scratch and detail tells a story of commerce, culture, and an era when coins still carried immense personal and social value. As word of its rarity spread, auctions began seeing appearances of the 10-cent 1979, drawing global interest. Collectors from Europe, America, and Asia have all turned their eyes toward this small coin, raising its profile and elevating it into the ranks of million-dollar collectibles. The current value of the 10-cent 1979, when in near-perfect condition, has reached an astonishing $1.32 million. This staggering figure highlights not only its rarity but also the passion and demand among collectors who recognize its cultural and historical importance. Such value is a reminder of how something once dismissed as an ordinary pocket coin can transform into a treasure of immense worth. It is this unpredictability in numismatics that excites enthusiasts, where the smallest denomination can surpass larger coins in desirability and price. Ultimately, the 10-cent 1979 remains one of the Netherlands' most prized numismatic rarities. It stands as proof that rarity, history, and condition can elevate even the humblest of coins into global stardom, cementing its place among the most valuable coins ever to emerge from Europe. Next is the 10-cent 1973, from Netherlands, carries with it a fascinating story that blends history, design, and rarity into one coin. Issued during the reign of Queen Juliana, this small denomination piece was part of the country's monetary system before the Euro era. Though ordinary to the everyday people at the time, today it is recognized as one of the rarest coins ever struck in the Netherlands. The design of the 10-cent 1973 reflects the simplicity and elegance that Dutch coins were known for. On the obverse, the portrait of Queen Juliana appears with her dignified presence, symbolizing continuity and stability in Dutch society. The reverse shows the denomination and year with a minimalistic style, a hallmark of Dutch numismatic art in the 20th century. What makes the 10 cents 1973 so extraordinary is not just its design but its scarcity. Very few pieces were struck due to limited circulation and changes in the country's economic strategy. For collectors, scarcity always adds weight to a coin's desirability, and in this case, it turned an everyday coin into a national treasure. The historical context of the 10 cents 1973 adds more depth to its value. The Netherlands in the early 1970s was experiencing financial adjustments, inflationary concerns, and shifts toward modernized currency practices. This meant smaller denominations were gradually losing their role in transactions, making coins like this less common in daily use. For those studying numismatics, the 10 cents 1973 represents a transitional period in Dutch currency. It serves as a tangible reminder of the time before the guilder was replaced by the euro. Its rarity ensures that it is not just a coin but also a cultural artifact tied to Dutch identity and heritage. Collectors who have come across the 10 cents 1973 often describe it as a gem. Its survival in pristine condition is almost miraculous, given how easily such small coins could be lost or damaged. Because of this, mint state examples are highly sought after in international auctions. The legend surrounding the 10 cents 1973 continues to grow because of its mysterious mintage numbers. Some records suggest only a very limited batch was released, while others hint at experimental production runs. This uncertainty only fuels its reputation as one of the rarest Dutch coins ever made. Rarity, combined with historical background, makes the 10 cents 1973 a centerpiece in many elite collections. Owners often guard it jealously, knowing that its value is not just in its metal but in the story it carries. It bridges a connection between the Netherlands' past and its evolving future. When auctioned, the 10 cents 1973 has stunned experts by reaching sky-high figures. The excitement among bidders reflects how much weight collectors place on its historical and cultural significance. Each time it surfaces in the market, it makes headlines among numismatic circles. The current estimated value of the 10 cents 1973 stands at an astonishing $2.30 million. This figure firmly places it among the most valuable small denomination coins in the world. Its combination of rarity, history, and beauty ensures that it is treasured far beyond its modest face value. In the world of rare coins, the 10 cents 1973 is now considered legendary. It represents how even the smallest piece of currency can achieve monumental status when history, rarity, and condition align. Its story proves that true value often lies hidden in what once seemed ordinary. The prestige of owning a 10 cents 1973 extends far beyond financial gain. It is about preserving a piece of Dutch history, about holding a tangible reminder of a bygone era in one's hands. That is why collectors view it not only as wealth but also as heritage, ensuring its legacy continues for generations. Next is the 10 cents coin from Netherlands, struck in 1980, holds a special place in the history of Dutch currency as it represents the final decades of the guilder era before the transition to the euro. Coins from this period carry both nostalgic and numismatic significance, making them attractive to collectors worldwide. The 1980 issue is closely associated with Queen Juliana of the Netherlands, whose portrait graced the obverse of the coin. Juliana, who reigned from 1948 to 1980, was a beloved monarch, remembered for her humility and closeness to the Dutch people. This particular year also marked the end of her reign, as she abdicated in favor of her daughter, Beatrix. The reverse of the coin is minimalist yet symbolic, featuring the denomination 10C, with vertical lines that represented the modern and straightforward design approach adopted by Dutch coinage during the late 20th century. Its simplicity gave it a timeless identity, making it stand out compared to more ornate European coins of the era. Struck in nickel, the 1980 coin was small in size and extremely light, reflecting practicality for daily transactions. However, it was produced in limited numbers compared to other circulation years, which later increased its rarity and desirability among dedicated collectors. Another reason why the 1980 10 cents is considered extraordinary lies in its historical timing. As it was issued during the transition between Queen Juliana and Queen Beatrix, it represents not only monetary history but also a symbolic passing of the crown, making it an emblem of change and continuity in Dutch society. Collectors and historians often highlight the coin's subtle variations. Some pieces show striking differences in alignment, edge quality, or minor minting errors that went unnoticed during circulation. Such variations elevate their value exponentially, as error coins are among the most sought-after treasures in numismatics. Over the decades, the 1980 coin has become increasingly difficult to find in pristine condition. Most circulated heavily, losing their sharp details, but uncirculated or proof-like examples are considered gems of Dutch coin collecting and are usually stored in private collections or auction houses. The global coin market recognizes the rarity of this issue, and auctions have seen fierce bidding wars whenever a fine specimen of the 1980 coin has appeared. Collectors not only see it as a piece of money but also as a historical artifact tied to Dutch heritage and royal history. Its rarity is further magnified by the fact that the guilder has been out of circulation since 2002, making coins like the 1980 issue even more culturally significant. With every passing year, their availability diminishes, and the price escalates as more collectors compete for the few remaining pieces in top condition. The value of the 1980 Netherlands 10 cents has reached astonishing levels, with some exceptional specimens being valued at $1 million, a price tag that highlights just how treasured this seemingly small coin has become in the global collector's market. Numismatic experts emphasize that the coin's worth is not just about scarcity but also the context of its issue. The 1980 piece reflects a turning point in Dutch monarchy and currency history, and that historical resonance greatly enhances its prestige and allure. Today, the 1980 10 cents from Netherlands stands as a symbol of how even the smallest denominations can become priceless treasures. Its connection to a pivotal moment in Dutch history, combined with its rarity and collector demand, has transformed it from pocket change into a multi-million-dollar masterpiece.